Hello, welcome to Post Colonial Space. I'm Masood Raja, and I just wanted to take a few moments today to explain what I'm doing post my resignation, especially because some people had reached out to me and they seem to have a problem with the paid services that I am developing. I had mentioned in one of my previous videos that I am in the process of getting my life coach certification. So I've created a website for that. And then by now I have about 13 Udemy courses live, right? And the links are in the description, of course. So is the website. And some people are having a problem reconciling this idea that I am somehow selling my expertise. So, yes, I mean, of course, I am, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that all the materials that I have here, 630 some videos, and on my websites, postcolonial.net, all of that is still freely available. And most of the content that I will continue to produce on educational subjects is going to be freely available. So, yes, I am selling my expertise, but I already sold it before I worked for an institution, right? And that institution where I worked, where I had a job, underwrote this kind of projects. But now it's a new reality. I have to figure out what to do, right? And all I have is this knowledge and some expertise in helping people, and life coaching helps with that. So that's the impetus behind that, to find out viable ways of doing something with whatever skills I have, right, to sustain ourselves. But that doesn't necessarily mean that everything else that I keep producing for this channel is suddenly going to vanish. I mean, think of it this way. Last year, I did more than 42 live online webinars, talks to students from all the way from Kerala to Pakistan, here, and all of them were free of charge. I'm doing a talk at the end of this month for some Pakistani students. I will never ask for money for things like that. But, to be very frank, I have to figure out ways of mobilizing some of my intellectual and other skills to develop something where I can create something that sustains me and my wife, right? And the Kind Coaching website is one of those, where me and my wife, we take our skills and we say, okay, we can take editing work in, I can take coaching work in, help people, right? Help them, but also in the process they help us. That's the philosophy behind it. Similarly, Udemy courses, at the end of the day, the course creators don't get much, right? But I have 13 courses. If 1,000 people buy one course each, right? And even just if I get $1 out of it, I make $1,000 using the skills that I have. So, I just wanted to reassure people who have reached out to me is that, first of all, yeah, I'm not selling out. I'm trying to balance my public service, which is this channel, my website, and freely offering my knowledge to a lot of people, and using all that I have to make sure that I can craft a sustainable business which uses my skills but enables us to, live a life, not a rich life in terms of me and my wife, our relationship, but so that we can pay our bills, right? So that is the practical aspect of it. So I hope this convinces some of you, and I hope I can, have your support. Your support matters to me. You know, you can help put the word out. You can explain to people what's going on, how best they can go and help me on Udemy. How can they pass the word around the Kind Coaching website, right? That's the kind of help that we all, in this world of social media, we can give to each other. I've done it for so many people on Twitter, on Facebook, right? And I would say, be assured that I will continue to produce educational materials which will be posted on YouTube for everyone to access. I will continue to produce materials on postcolonial.net, which is now about 21 years old website, and those would be freely available, right? And then, if any of you or anyone else wants my expert coaching services or mine or Jenny's editing services, then they can go to the Kind Coaching website, right? Similarly, if someone wants an organized course on literary theory, on psychoanalysis, structuralism, Marxism, right? They can sift through some of the publicly available videos here, or they can go and purchase a course on Udemy and then learn in a chronological order without having to look for things. And in the process of doing both, going to the Kind Coaching and Udemy, they get, really well prepared materials, but they also get to help us. So those are the terms in which I think in this world of massive capital, right? We don't have much power to change things, but there is one thing that is within our control, and that is building solidarities of support. So I would encourage my friends who are worried about these projects, right, is think of it in terms of solidarity. You know, what can you do to help my coaching business? What can you do to help my courses on Udemy? You can buy them. Or at the very least, you can put, a word out. You can pass it on to others, those who might be able to use it. And I think that's how we fight this fight, where our choices are pretty limited and we all feel isolated and alone and often powerless, right? How do we gain power and energy from each other, right? Through solidarities, through supporting each other. So that was the purpose of this video today, right? To assure all of you that whatever I'm worth, whatever I have to share in terms of my knowledge and expertise, I'm not going to stop sharing that on YouTube. I will constantly keep trying to answer your questions and to add more educational materials to this channel. But in the meantime, I've also spent a lot of time in building a small business, Kind Coaching, and in creating online courses. And I have to absolutely do that to sustain ourselves. And I would absolutely love your support and your good words about it. So pass it on to others. Take care of each other. Be nice to each other. Be kind and generous. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, as always, peace and love.